Did you know that an oddly shaped pocket coin, sitting in British junk boxes for decades, could actually be worth hundreds of dollars today? If you have ever come across a thick chunk of gold-colored vintage metal with 12 sides, you're holding a classic bit of British history, the threepence coin, or the legendary three-penny bit. But if that coin is dated exactly 1954, there is a fascinating hidden story and a massive surge in collector demand that you need to know about right now. Welcome back to Coins Heritage, your ultimate destination for tracking down hidden fortunes in vintage, foreign, and rare coins from all over the globe. If you love the thrill of the coin hunt, discovering unique errors, and unlocking the true value of vintage currency, make sure you stay tuned. Today, we are diving deep into 1954 UK threepence coin to find out what makes it so special, its unique design secrets, and how much it is actually worth to a collector today. To understand the magic of the 1954 threepence, we have to look back at a time of massive transition for the British Royal Mint. First introduced centuries ago as a tiny silver piece under King Edward VI, the coin underwent a radical transformation in 1937. The mint introduced a thick, dodecagonal, or 12-sided, nickel-brass version because the tiny silver coins were constantly being lost or mixed up with other change. By 1954, this 12-sided brass design was an absolute staple of British daily life, heavily used to buy daily newspapers, train tickets, and sweets. The metal content consists of 79% copper, 20% zinc, and just 1% nickel, giving it a heavy 6.8-gram weight. The design of the 1954 coin is visually spectacular and holds a massive place in numismatic history. The front features the very first coinage portrait of a young Queen Elizabeth II, beautifully sculpted by Mary Gillick. But here is the major detail for 1954. This was the first year the Royal Mint permanently dropped the Latin words Brit, Omen from the inscription around the edge, adjusting the title to reflect the changing, modern landscape of the British Commonwealth after World War II. Flip the coin over to the reverse side, and you will see a stunning, bold depiction of a Tudor portcullis with heavy hanging chains topped by a royal coronet, which is a traditional architectural symbol of the British Parliament. Now, let's talk about production and real-world value. In 1954, the Royal Mint struck a massive run of 41,720,000 of these brass three-penny bits. Because so many were circulated throughout England, Scotland, and Wales, heavily worn examples that you find in common world coin bins are typically worth less than $1. However, because these nickel brass alloys scratch and tarnish incredibly fast in standard pockets, finding one today that managed to survive in pristine, flawless condition is extremely difficult. If you track down a 1954 threepence that displays its original bright, mint luster gold coloration with zero wear on the young queen's hair, the value jumps up dramatically. Certified, uncirculated copies easily command $20 to $50, while top-tier museum-grade examples graded mint state 67 by elite services like ICG or NGC can pull in $70 to over $100 at specialized auctions. If you are ready to sell a vintage 1954 UK coin, remember to never clean it with chemicals, as removing the natural vintage patina will ruin its value to serious collectors. Check its crisp edge details, look for sharp lines on the reverse portcullis chains, and consider listing it on platforms like eBay or Etsy, where global collectors actively hunt for complete British year sets. Do you have any of these heavy 12-sided coins hiding out in your old travel jars? Let me know your finds in the comments below. If you want to keep discovering the hidden value in global vintage coins, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a friend. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!